extraordinary ones. Firefighters, coach, managers, and more. Unique jobs and skills, we break them down to the core. Listen up close, there's so much to explore. Bracket it down, video games are all the fun. Dissect the passion, see what makes them run. To break it down, podcast shining a light on those who dare to live life a little differently.
Welcome to another episode of the Break It Down podcast. My name is Matthew Hansen, and today I have a student from Las Cruces, New Mexico, Gisalle Esquivel. How are you?
I'm doing great, and you?
Doing well. First off, tell us about yourself.
Simple. Senior at Las Cruces High School. I've been in color guard for the past 2 years. I take mainly AP classes, and I'm 18 years old.
Perfect. So, you brought up color guard. What got you introduced into color guard?
Actually, a former friend of mine, Jordan, who's captain now, introduced me to the sport.
Awesome. So then, what made you fall in love with color guard?
Honestly, I think the teamwork, the collaborations with band, multiple, travels to competitions, and, just the experience overall is great.
Cool. Do you remember your first performance?
Yes, it was a football game, I think October of 2024. I was really, really nervous, but we did surprisingly really well.
Um, I know trying to compare because we're from Minnesota, you're down in New Mexico. You guys don't deal with snow. So I'm like, how did the weather impact you? But there was no weather.
Well, it was kind of cold. I remember one of my first competitions, it was extremely windy, which made it really hard to, toss the flag. But we fought through, had a couple of drops, but we did really, really well considering the conditions.
What's something most people have a misunderstanding about color guard?
That it's easy. I think that many people don't understand the physics that go with it, the strength, the stamina. We're quite literally running across a football field at that, dancing and just trying to count to 16 while listening to the band and toss at the velocity we need to.
We'll have to ask because I saw it when I saw the performance. Why do you guys count?
Actually, I think that well, I don't personally use the counts, I use the music. It helps us keep in time with each other. Like, some people, they don't really know how to, I guess, connect with the notes with the choreography. So, knowing that, "Oh, we toss on 5," helps, build a collective togetherness.
Because when I was seeing it, there's different groups that you could actually hear them go,
Mhm.
5. And I'm like, why are they counting? What's going to happen?
Yeah, I just brings it all together as
Cool. How much work actually goes on behind the scenes here? Because how long is your guys' normal performance?
usually, 3 minutes, although I believe our marching band, performance was kind of, 4 or 5 minutes. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Right now in Winter Guard, we have rehearsals twice a week. They go for, 2.5 hours, and it's just us in that gym working at our choreo and trying to improve, trying to get those counts down, trying to get the steps, trying to point our feet. During marching band, we would have, rehearsal sometimes 3 times a week, and we would meet every day in the morning from 7 a.m. to 8:25, and we were out on that field just, sweating it, and we were still expected to come to school afterwards. There's just a lot of work and a lot of stamina. It's incredibly stressful, but I feel the passion we have for it, it's really, really fun.
Awesome. So, what part of color guard do you enjoy the most? Is it the performance, the teamwork, or the creativity?
Feel like a little bit of the, teamwork and the competitions, honestly. Just, being there with the team and knowing that we're all experiencing the same, excitement and the same joy, the same anticipation towards the competition. Having that support group and having those people to be like, "Hey, oh my gosh, I'm nervous about this. Oh my gosh, what if we don't get that toss? What if I trip and fall on my face?" Having that team and then having be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm not alone in this," is really, really great.
Stop. Before we continue this episode here, are you staying hydrated? No. Have you tried Hydrofy? Man, it's not just flavored water. It's clean hydration with electrolytes that actually work. No sugar crash, no junk ingredients. Pretty simple. Hydrify keeps you sharp and fueled for the day. I use it because, man, it's simple, effective, and it just tastes real good. Hydrate smarter, hydrate better. That's Hydrify. Use promo code MTF to get 10% off your order. Just say, hey, Matt from the Empty Field podcast sent you.
How do you guys handle mistakes, or how do you handle a mistake when you're performing?
Well, personally, what I was like as a tip from my color guard instructor, Josh, we're told to like act as if it's part of the show because the audience doesn't know. The audience doesn't know that that drop wasn't supposed to happen or that early toss wasn't supposed to happen. Obviously, like when you put two and two together, you're like, oh, well, like that person was early or whatever. But pretending that it was a part of the show and remaining with the performance confidence, like actually builds to the performance itself.
Um, so you've had multiple performances. How does it feel performing in front of a larger crowd?
Well, at first, it was kind of really, really, like, stressful. I was like I had stage fright the first time. I, like, quite literally felt like I was gonna throw up. But over time, I've kind of gotten excited about it. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta show these people a sport that isn't widely broadcasted like football or basketball. I gotta show these people what marching band is outside of the instruments they play. Because band gets a lot of discrimination for being stinky and just, like, overall, like, bad. So I've gotten excited to show that part of my world with the audiences.
Cool. So, what skill took the longest time for you to master?
Ooh, the doubles, the double toss, in which where the flag spins twice in the air. That one took me the longest. I couldn't get the flick, to get that toss spinning. I didn't have the strength to like put it high enough in the air. It took me a really, really surprisingly really, really long time, but now it's one of the easiest tosses that I can do.
Okay. What's your favorite part of performance?
I think, my favorite part of performing is just, like, me with my team afterwards and us being like, "Oh my gosh, we did a great job. Now let's go look at all these other schools." Me being with my team and being like, "Hey, like, I did bad," and then being like, "Oh, it's okay because I did bad on this part too." Like, that team really, really helps me a lot, and that's one of my favorite parts.
I will admit, I don't know if this is a um your guys' region or whatnot, because I haven't seen anything up here in Minnesota. But before you guys perform, on both sides of the gym, you will hear "Go guard." Did that something you guys came up with? Was that something that someone's like, "You gotta have to do this"?
I think it's just, like, our version of, like, "Let's go football." I like, this was before I even, like, touched a flag. It's just our way of showing the other guard, like, "Hey, like, we admire you too." Like, we're all a part of the same sport. While we are competing, there's no hatred here. Like, we all love this sport.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. At first, I'm like, "What are they yelling at?" But then after a while, I'm like, now it's like the schools fighting at each other to see who could be the loudest before the performing team. So I was like, this is pretty cool. Like you said, it's yes, you're competing, but also you're trying to help each other up.
Yes, yeah.
Um, what moment during your color guard career are you the most proud of?
Oh, that's a great question. Most proud of, I think. Well, I had a really, really long time, like, trying to, like, count because I have a really, really bad habit of, like, rushing, counting faster than the tempo is. So I feel like me learning how to, like, count with my team and being able to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, like, along with my team, like, that's what I'm most proud of because it helped my performance extremely.
So you are a senior. This is your last year. And though you guys took first in your last competition, it's now top three or you're done. What's going to
Mhm.
go through your mind when the season's over?
I think that I will inevitably I'm just really, really, like, I guess dreadful of the season ending because after high school there is no more color guard competitions. There's color guard, but it's only with marching band. You don't have that winter guard, team. You have these band kids who don't understand that color guard is hard. So I feel like me leaving a part of myself when I graduate, when I can't do guard anymore. I feel like this just imminent dread.
Yeah. What impact are you trying to leave?
I wanna hmm, I wanna let my team, especially my rookies, the freshmen that came in and I met this year, I want them to know that it's okay to make mistakes. Like, we're here to have fun. Like, yeah, competitions, they're stressful, and it feels great to win first place. We know that after the last competition. But it is really, really fun, once when, like, you toss that flag, like, it's not a job. Like, it shouldn't feel like a chore because 'cause you're in the sport for fun.
Yeah. How how are you guys graded in the performance?
We're we're just graded by, like, our tosses, our technique, the way we hold ourselves, the way we smile and make eye contact with certain audience members. We're graded on that, the way we are able to with our audience.
That's weird, just, like, staring at somebody, like,
Yeah.
'cause we were I would say a few bleachers away from the refs, and all you could see is I don't have a phone. The guy literally, like, talking to his phone like this, like, I'm like, "What is he doing? Is this, like, a parent that's on a call?" But he's, like, yelling into this mic. I'm like, "What is going?"
Yeah, we have different types of judges. We have judges that grade, like, what weapons we use and how we use them. We have people who, like, basically judge how we hold ourselves and the way we're able to connect with the audience, our expression, the way we dance, the ability to stay together as a team and count.
'Kay. What advice would you give a freshman that's thinking about joining color guard?
It's great. Honestly, I feel like if you have a passion for dance and you love music, you should honestly do it. It allows you to build it just allows you to expand your horizons and build these connections with people that you probably wouldn't have before. Color guard is really, really fun. It allows you to build stamina while also having fun. It makes working out fun, which is really, really rare. It's so incredible, and I wish that every person would have this experience in their life.
Now with color guard coming to an end, what's one thing you can take away from that as you move on?
Consistency, and commitment. I feel like when you join a sport, while you are told that it comes with commitment and it comes with consistency, like waking up at 6 in the morning and having to run a lap, like you don't really understand the full extension of that, like, commitment. With during marching season and during winter guard, we had to show up every morning and we had to stay after school and we had to learn how to feed ourselves properly to have the energy on that field and to be able to smile and show these audience members the wonderful show we've been practicing and, like, sweating over. So, like, through color guard, I've learned how to be committed and how to, like, be true to my word and just know that while things do get hard, it gets better because you genuinely enjoy this thing.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you are a senior in high school. Has there been something or a moment in high school that's changed you?
Um, yeah. Um, the people I am friends with, well, now, they've just really expanded my horizons and my perspectives of understanding. It's great to, like, I guess, know different perspectives of the world. So I feel like me making these connections have changed me as a person and have built my empathy and my compassion towards other people from different livelihoods.
Awesome. What's something you wish more people knew, like teenagers face for pressure wise?
The expectations we have to hold. Um, Parents, especially now, I know it from my own father. He expects good grades. People expect a good like they expect you to conduct yourself in a certain manner. They expect you to get up at 7 in the morning and do the work and do it successfully. But teachers, especially in my experience, have a certain like expectation of how you should do the work. And over the years, while they're like, "Oh, well, you're doing it wrong," even though you're getting the same result, you would have to like strip yourself of your individuality and your creativity of getting that result, and have to like confine yourself to this one specific this one specific way. So I feel like the expectations we are placed under as teenagers is a great, great pressure that many people don't understand.
Awesome. What are your plans after graduation?
I plan to go to Plymouth State University in New Hampshire, and I plan to become a forensic scientist.
Ooh, forensics. New Mexico, New Hampshire. A little
Mhm.
bit of weather there. Are you ready for the change?
I really, really hope so. Right now, I did have a hard time because it is getting colder here in New Mexico. I had a hard time like trying to adjust to that, but then I kind of have to remind myself that I'm kind of moving all the way up north. So I think just warmer clothes and I have to teach myself to drive in the snow. I feel like that is all I need to change.
For the audience listening, what is cold for New Mexico?
I'm gonna say like maybe 65 degrees.
Oh my god. It is 41 right now. It was it last week a nice 20, maybe? Ugh. So, what part of home will be the hardest for you to leave behind?
The connections I've made, honestly. These people, these wonderful people, my friends, they've changed me and added to me in aspects I didn't even know were possible. So leaving them behind and not being able to see them every day and not being able to talk to them every day, that's a part that I'm kind of really, really scared for. Because these people I've known almost my entire life. I have family here. I have my dad. I have my tias. I have my friends. Their parents. So like leaving them behind is just incredibly horrific.
Yeah. All right, here comes rapid fire. Would you rather throw the flag or throw the rifle?
Flag every day, all day.
Competition day or rehearsal day?
Competition day.
Even if competition day lasts 12 hours.
Yeah, especially then.
Ooh.
So much fun. You don't understand.
Pump up music or calm and focus?
Pump up music,
Early practice or late night practice?
late night practice,
Indoor performance or an outdoor performance?
outdoor performance.
Why outdoor?
I've honestly, in my opinion, I love marching season more. But outdoor, I get to like feel the wind on my face because in that gym, it gets really, really hot, really, really fast, especially when you're running across the floor. So in on outside, you get to feel like that evening breeze.
Perfect. Nervous energy or excited energy?
Excited energy. I feel like it's easier to convey myself with a smile if I'm excited.
One word that describes your color guard journey.
Ooh. Transforming.
Okay. One word that describes you.
Compassionate?
Okay. If you could talk to 10-year-old you, what would you tell her?
Ooh, that it definitely gets better. When I was 10, I feel like I was just like trying to like learn. I was trying to learn like a new language. I was trying to like hold myself together. I was like preparing for the end of the world because I was going to middle school. So I feel like I was so nervous about like new beginnings and change. So I would tell her that it does get better and change is something you have to live with. But not all change is bad.
Yeah. All right. Any special shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, actually. I have a friend, Bronson Self, who does music and his music's really, really great and he's pursuing his dreams. So I would like to give a shout out to him. And my friends Annalise Elmquist and Rishi Kudali, who have helped me be who I am today.
Perfect. I will admit I did hear some of Bronson's music and it's pretty good.
It is.
So keep a lookout. Spoiler alert, he is coming on the show. Where can everybody find you on social media? If you don't want to share, you don't have to.
That's fine. On Instagram, I'm under Gizzle, Gizzle dot Esquivel, Esquivel.
Perfect. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming by, telling us about your color guard, telling us about your career after high school, and then how you're going to navigate New Hampshire weather.
Yes, it's been a pleasure.
Fans of One T Media Production, do you guys drink coffee? Sure you do. I, myself, drink quite a bit of coffee, so I always turn to Afuera Coffee for my go-to. It's smooth, it's bold, it's not too heavy. Perfect for that early morning or when you just need to lock in for the day. The best part is, at every purchase, 5% goes back to the great outdoors. Get a bag like this. I get two myself. Use promo code MTF and you get 15% off your order. Guys, what's not to love about coffee, free money, and deliciousness? Afuera Coffee.
Diving deep into lives, the extraordinary ones. Firefighters, coach, managers, and more. Unique jobs and skills, we break them down to the core. Listen up close, there's so much to explore. Break it down, video games are all the fun. Dissect the passion, see what makes them run. To break it down, podcast shining a light on those who dare to live life a little differently. From sirens wailing to keys softly chiming. Stories to inspire, the moments we're finding. Ooh, from the mundane to the sublime, we unwind. What makes them tick? What's on their mind? Diving deep into lives, the extraordinary ones. Firefighters, coach, managers, and more. Unique jobs and skills, we break them down to the core. Listen up close, there's so much to explore. Breaking it down, video games are all the fun. Dissect the passion, see what makes them run. To break it down, podcast shining a light on those who dare to live life a little differently, alright.